Good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you. Yes, good evening, Amrita, Himanshu, Girisha, Amitav, Manvi, Saishri. Okay, Saishri, you can join later after 15 minutes. Good evening, Devi Prasad, Archita, Girisha once again, Manvi, Vyanshi, Shulagna, Anisha. Enjoy studying with me. I forgot the name. Enjoy studying with me. Can you please write down your name? I forgot your name. Yes, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek. Sarthak, good evening. Ayush, Dikshita, Mahesh Kumar. Yeah, Mahesh. Good evening, all of you. Adhyan, good evening. Shreyansh, good evening. Do you know the purpose why I take your names again and again, and why do I call you all by your names again and again? Do you know the purpose why? Because the sweetest word or the sweetest word that a person for a person is his or her own name. So everybody likes their own name and they love when they are called by their names. So that's the reason I always address my students by taking their names again and again. Yes, yes, Amrita. So instead of saying good evening all, so when I categorically take your names means all of you are very special for me. Nikhil, Anisha, Sushri, Swastik, no matter how many times I have to take, but I take your names again and again, not only in the live sessions, but you might have observed in the other sessions, in the Zoom session also, I specifically try to take everybody's name. Yes, Suman Sharma, I missed out the name of this. Who is Suman Sharma? Can you please write down? Yes, I know Sashi will join a bit later. Now, before we begin, let me keep it here because I need to read this one. Now, before I begin, let me tell you all one thing. You all might have heard about what we are planning to do. Looking awesome in your short haircut. Okay, the purpose of my haircut was I had a terrible hair fall. It was, I mean, I cannot explain you how much my hair fell from my head like waterfall. The way water falls from the tap, so the same way hair fell from my head. So the purpose of this haircut is that. Yes, Chitra. Good evening, Chitra. Jyoti Pragya, Akanksha, Sobhagya, good evening. Yes, what I want to say you is, you all might have heard about the speech competition that we are going to conduct, that we are going to hold. It's an online speech competition. I'm trying my best to bring up some students from other schools also, so there will be a good number of students. See, it's very simple. The topic is given to you. Take your time, prepare on the topic, shoot a video for 2 to 3 minutes. I often get calls and messages, so I'm making it clear over here. The minimum time is 2 minutes. Maximum it can be 3 minutes. Why I have given 3 minutes? Because for the senior students, you have a lot of things to speak. I don't want all of you to run. I have seen students, when a topic is given, in order to cover up all the points, what they do, they start running. They're too fast when they speak. No, your speech should be moderate. Your audience should understand what you are speaking. They should receive it. You should give some time to your audience to receive what you are saying. Now, when you are raising a question, you should pause. Let them observe your question and think, and then get back to the next point. So that was the purpose why I had kept the time as 3 minutes. I got some calls where students come up and say that, ma'am, 3 minutes is too much for us. See, for juniors up to class 5th, 2 minutes is okay. Beyond that, you can cross 2 minutes. You can touch 3 minutes, but do not cross 3 minutes. And believe me, these kind of exposure, you see, once you try speaking that, you will see a drastic change in yourself. You will start gaining confidence before you speak before others. The same thing happened to me. If you see my videos which I did in the initial days, maybe in the month of April, and if you see my videos now, you will find there's a gradual graph of, confidence graph is going up. It happens. Same thing I want with you. I want all my students to be confident enough to go ahead in their life, wherever you go. In future, you may go, some may work in metros, some may even go out of India and study and work. I want all of you to represent yourself, and at that time, wherever you go, don't forget me, do remember my name. Okay, yes. So, coming back to November, now 12th of November, you can send the video to me at any time on 12th. No particular time has been given to you. Now, all the information has been sent to you through your WhatsApp number. The background, your backdrop should be neat and clean. You can see how my backdrop is. Right? When I shoot my videos also, my backdrop is neat and clean. So take care of your backdrop, avoid background noise, look at the camera. See, I will not get time to speak all these things to you in the class. So I found this live session to be the best place to give you some ideas and tips how to perform. Keep a proper eye contact with the camera, because if you're looking at the camera means you're looking at the audience. Remember, in a virtual session, my camera is my audience. Proper distance should be maintained. This is very important. These are minute things, but believe me, they are very important. Camera shouldn't be very close. Your body should be visible at least up to your waist or up to your hips. Now, here my body is not visible up to my waist because I need to write on the board. So I need the board also. That's the reason it's only visible up to here. But in your videos, it should be visible up to your waist or up to your hips. Now, why? Because of your hand movements. When you're speaking, don't keep your hands like this, sharp, like the way we do sabdhan. No, it's not like that. Keep your body a bit loose, don't make it stiff, and bring a little bit of hand movement. If you have ever observed some good speakers, or if not some good speakers, if you have ever observed me also, I keep moving my hands, but then that hand movement should be restricted. ये नहीं कि आप बहुत बार और जल्दी जल्दी बहुत ज़्यादा movement करो. Restricted movement should be there. Stand at one place. Stand at ease, relax, look straight at the camera, bring in some hand movements, bring a little of smile when you are giving your introduction. Jump to learn nahi ja rahe ho कि इतना serious होना पड़ेगा. It's just a casual competition, right? So bring a little bit of smile. After all, your smile may impress your judges. So smile a bit when you introduce, and then you can straight away start with the topic. Raise it with a question, raise it with a quotation, raise it with any one-liner. कुछ भी एक interesting line है, you want to ignite a thought in the mind of the audience, raise it with a question. कुछ भी करो, but the introduction should be eye-catching. It should retain the attention. Right? I hope I have spoken a lot to all of you about it. Right? And yes, once you do it, okay, once you shoot your video, watch the video yourself again. पहले खुद watch करो, खुद देखो. अगर खुद को लगता है कि हाँ मेरा वीडियो up to mark है, then send it. First, you yourself is the first judge of your video. So once your video is done, watch it yourself. See where you have gone wrong. Rectify that and shoot again. You have enough of time. You have enough of time. You have time till 11th and 12th. Some students, you all are lucky enough. Some ICSE students, I do not know whether you know or not, but ICSE students, you have 5 marks for speaking skills in 10th board, where a topic would be given, exactly same, where a topic would be given and you need to speak on that. CBSE, I think CBSE doesn't have. So speaking skill is included in the English overall. If you're talking about the English language, speaking skill is included into it. It's a part of it. We are unfortunate that we do not put much or pay much attention to it, but it's high time you have to pay attention. And when you're getting a platform like this, I think you should not miss it. Okay. Too much of giving yarn to you all. Right, now let's come to the session, but then before that, let me just go through the messages. I've got a lot of. Introduction should be longer or smaller or simple. Nikhil, introduction should be very short. Name, class, school, enough. For the seniors. For the juniors, I need to say classes up to 4. You can speak a little more about yourself. I'm fond of this. I'm fond of playing, because unka topic hi wahi hai. They have to talk about food, family, friends and all. But yes, seniors, when you're talking about digital India, when you're talking about, I even don't remember the topic, when you're talking about COVID-19, how it has reshaped our education system, now over there you need not give much about, no information. अपने बारे में बताने का यहाँ पे कोई जरूरी भी नहीं है. So you can simply say, my name is this. I'm a student of 7th grade from XYZ school. Right. Many of you, you have heard many places that they start the introduction like this. Good evening, all of you. I've got a golden opportunity to stand before you and speak. Now, I won't say it is wrong, but then it is very monotonous, or it's a triad introduction. You know, triad, घिसा-पिटा kind of an introduction, right? So, थोड़ा सा उसमें थोड़ा सा change is allowed. Change is the only constant. Bring a little change in it. I think that will act as a magic. Okay. Let me go through some messages that I've got. Any other queries, please type down. We'll start with the class. Introduction can be for 2 to 3 minutes. Himanshu, this is not about your introduction. You have to come to the topic. You are not going to introduce yourself here. Yes, Kirti Pragya, name of the school is important. But yes, you need not wear your school uniform. Name of your school is important. Okay, so Mindra, winning the competition, now over here I would say winning or losing, that's immaterial. That's not at all, that's completely secondary. Your participation is primary aim. So you participate, that's what we want. 12th of November, everything is written in the poster. I think a poster has been circulated. उसको zoom करना, उसके नीचे 3 लाइन लिखे हुए हैं. वो लाइंस को थोड़ा ठीक से पढ़ लेना. The lines are important क्योंकि उसमें एक separate WhatsApp number है. You have to send it that number only. Yes, my blessings are always with you all. Pushpa, my blessings are always with you all. Exactly, Amrita. Participation matters. Just impressing the judges. Okay, Nikhil, I would like to say, sirf हंस के impress करना, that's not. See, I told you to smile because that will ignite that spark in the judges. But ultimately, they will look at your points. They will look at your way of talking. So everything is important. Your body language, your content, your delivery style, your grammatical errors, your emphasizing. You understand what is emphasizing? Well, I will take a session on emphasizing and how to emphasize and how important emphasizing is for us. Oh, okay. Too much of discussion about the speech. Let's come to the lesson. What are we going to discuss today? We are going to discuss about future perfect. Future perfect. Coming to the structure, we'll just quickly finish it because there's nothing much to do. in this structure. But yes, one more important thing that I missed out is the last date of submission is 12th, and yes, 14th November, that is on Children's Day as well as Diwali. We have a live session at 3 p.m. right, where the names of all the participants will be read out. I will be reading out the names of all the participants, those who have participated. I may give you some feedback as well in the live session. Along with that, I read out the names of the best performers. Now, somebody messaged me, ma'am, what are we going to get from this? Now, if you always think of getting, then let me tell you, my dear, you will not be improving in your life. As far as this, I can say that yes, you will be getting an e-certificate, which will be sent to you once all the videos are submitted. Once the live session on 14th is done, you will be given an e-certificate, maybe in a day, in 2 or 3 days time in your number. E-certificate will be sent to you. And yes, for the best performers, your reward is a secret. Okay, we'll start with this. This is will plus have plus V3. Future perfect. We are discussing about future perfect. The structure for will constant is will. With that we had have, and then we add V3. V3 is past participle form of the verb. तो अगर हम इसको आधा कर देते हैं तो ये हो गया past present perfect. Sorry, it is present perfect. Present perfect का ही एक part है. उससे पहले हम अगर will लगाते हैं, it is your future perfect tense. Future perfect is used when we want to say कि कोई एक particular time में, future में ये काम हो गया होगा. Try to understand. Suppose let's draw the line over here. This is now, and I'm talking about this time, and I think that by this time, this work would have been over. ये काम हो गया होगा. The work would have been over. Oh my God! I see the whole comment section gets occupied by your emoticons. Okay. For example, by 2022, by 2022, she will have passed her 12th. Sorry for writing like this as there's no space. Yeah. Okay. See, by 2022, some of these students who have joined, I think Amrita has joined, so she has already given her 10th this year, 2020. So she's thinking that, okay, by 2022, I will have passed my 12th. She's talking about something which is in future, and she feels, and she's making a statement that इस time तक ये काम हो चुका होगा. The work would have been over, done. So this structure comes, time element comes this, by 2020. By 2022. In place of this, we can add anything like by this week, by next Monday, by tomorrow, by evening. So you are giving a time element, and then you are saying by this work will have been over. This work, like for example, by evening, I will have finished my homework. I will give you a better example. By 9 o'clock, I will have finished the live session. So I am not saying, I will not say I will finish my live session at 9. That sentence has got a different meaning. My sentence is, by 9 o'clock, I will have finished my live session today. That means I am free after 9. Vinayak, if there's a lagging, that might be because of at your end. I'll give you some better example here. Okay, take an example that, now listen to the example that I'm giving. This example will actually help you to understand. Take an example. I have broken a glass in the absence of my mother. Okay, listen to the situation. I have broken a glass in the absence of my mother. Or I have broken something in the absence of my mother. Now, what I have to do? Before she comes, I have to clean everything. So here I can frame a sentence. I will have cleaned the room by the time my mother comes. Give me a dry food. I'm writing it here because the board, some problem with the board, right? I will have just give me 2 minutes. I need to clean the board. It's quite the marker isn't working by the time. So what did I say? You have broken a flower vase or you have broken a glass, and what are you thinking? You are thinking that okay, before my mother comes, I'll clean the room so that when she comes, she will not be shouting at me. So I can frame a sentence. By the time my mother comes, I will have cleaned the room. Right, Narendra Manda, welcome to the class. Okay, now try to understand. By the time my mother comes, I will have cleaned the room. Now this part of the sentence is in simple present. By the time my mother comes. So I'm giving a time frame. Right, what I will have done? I will have cleaned the room. Think about the situation which I said earlier. By 2022, she will have passed her 12th. Or by 2025, she will have graduated from the college. So we are thinking about future and we are assuming that future में इस time के अंदर ये हो गया होगा. So when you have that sense, your sentence should be in future perfect. One example has been given to you. Before that, I told you that the structure is will plus have plus verb in third form or past participle. You have it over here. Will hai, have hai, verb hai, V3 mein. Am I clear? This part goes under simple present and this part goes under future perfect. Am I clear? Would have goes under conditional sentences. Sanvi. Would have goes, Sanvi Sahu has put a question. It's a good question. Would have goes under imagination, but here when I'm making a sentence in future perfect means hoga, confirm hoga, so it's no imagination. And would have is used for third conditional. Third conditional, do you remember what is third conditional? We did a class on that. A feeling of regret goes under third conditional. I'll take a revision class where we'll do a lot of exercises from both tenses and conditional sentences. Now look at the sentence. Did you understand this? Can you frame a sentence looking at the same structure? Look at the structure. Can you frame a sentence using the same structure? Frame it. Nikhil, my brother will have married till the end. No, you do one thing, remove that till, it's not sounding good. By the end of 2025. sounding something wrong. My brother will have married. Okay, you can also write the sentence like this. My brother will have got married. Now, when I say will have got married, it is passive structure. It's becoming passive structure, I suppose. Frame some sentences like this, all about imagination. Yes. By 9 o'clock, Naman will have reached Puri. Yes, Swastik, your answer is correct. Somebody has written through which app? Pushpa, which app are you talking about? Okay, by next week, I will have visited my grandpa. By 2020, I will have completed my 10th. A good question. I'm sorry, a good sentence. By 2023, I will have passed my 10th examination. Sani Sahu. Correct. Now, who is this writing negative sentences? Kindly avoid writing negative sentences. By the time my mother comes, I will have finished my homework. Correct sentence, Shreyansh. Write something interesting. What do you imagine? See, I'll give you a question. To frame better sentences, I'll give you a question. Where do you see yourself after 5 years? Where do you see yourselves after 5 years? Now it is 2020. Where do you see yourself in 2025? Now don't talk about education, talk about something that you dream about. Yes, Vinayak, your sentence is correct. By 10 o'clock, my father will have reached Balasar. Everything is correct, only there is no punctuation mark in it. By December mid, third batch of Rafu will have reached India. Okay, I'm not much aware of it. By the time my mother gets up, I will have prepared the cake for her birthday. Good one. By the end of 2020, May the vaccine of coronavirus will come. Sushri, where is will have plus V3 structure? Sushri. See, by the end of 2020, May the vaccine for corona. Now you've started the sentence with May. Nahi. I hope you can write this sentence like this, Sushri. I hope by the end of 2020, the vaccine for coronavirus will have been invented. You can rather frame it like this. By today, the qualifier 2 match will have finished. By 2025, I will have been a successful man. Okay, God bless you. By 2025, I will have reached moon. Oh my God, Girisha. So if you go to moon, please bring something from me. At least bring some rocks and sand from moon. By 2027, I will have Vinayak V3 B-E-E-N. By 2027, I will have been the world's richest person. Correction, richest. Okay. By 9 p.m., I will have finished my homework. Wow. By 2025, I will have published my first novel. Okay. All the best, Archita. By the next month, my brother will have got married. Correct. By the time my tuition teacher comes, I will have finished my homework. Correct sentence, Mani. By 2025, array, what is the V3 of sit? Pushpak, change your sentence. Verb is wrong. I will have sat. By 2022, I will be in 10th and has a fear. Array, bhai, बहुत complicated or the sentence is not correct. By 2022, I will have been in class 10th. Should be the correct sentence. I will have been in class 10th. Deepmala. By 2050, India will have become, Swastik, the V3 of become is again become. It's become, became, become. And the sentence that you've written, touch wood, India should become a developed country by 2050 at least. Will I be alive to see that? I don't think so. Miss, please read. I said, what will I read? Have you written anything that I need to read? But I didn't get, by the end of 20, I will have gone to BBSR. To go to BBSR, you need 7 years. Devi Prasad, by the end of 2027, I will have gone to BBSR. Write Bangkok, some other name. Acha, Sanvi. By the age of 27, I will have built a big luxurious house at Dubai. Okay, very good. God bless you. By the next month, my mother एक sentence गड़बड़ हो गया है सूरज. Soumendra, you have a very bad habit of writing the same answer again and again. इंसान तुम एक हो, लेकिन messages इतने सारे भेजते हो. Same thing you are sending again and again. Everywhere, see Soumendra is there. Don't do that. By 2025, I will have sat on the bed. You are after Donald Trump. See, Donald Trump, if he reads this, he will not spare you. By next week, I will follow the structure will plus have plus V3. Saubhagya. By next week, I will have bought a new car. Bought a new car. Will have bought a new car. Okay, fine. Done. We'll go to the next step. See, the purpose of giving you this is I wanted to see your imagination, how much you can imagine. But then, imagine in the sense, yes, it's not that conditional sentence. I wanted to see where you want to see yourself after 5 years. Now, as a part of routine, our routine work as we have, I'll give you a sentence and then you need to change it into different. So, Mendra, your answer isn't correct because you have not used will have plus V3. You have written by 9 p.m. I will get a call. I will get a simple present. I will have got. I will have got. Will have got. By 2030, I will have got some knowledge how to run the business. Okay, correct. Archita, where's your sentence? The novel one? That's correct. Achha, by 20, I will have gifted my mother a sari from my own earned money. After 5 years. Okay, correct sentence. So somebody has written, by 2030, I will have beaten. The V3 of beat is beaten. Again, you have written beat. Done. I will have, what can I write? Something interesting. I will have worked here for 10 years. I'm writing short because there's no space here. I will have worked here for 10 years. Now make it negative, make it a yes no question as a routine procedure that we do, and then make it a WH question. Make it a negative, make it a yes no question, and then make it a WH question. For WH question, it can be now let me tell you the sentence is incomplete because over here I have not added time element. The purpose of not adding time element is the sentence would have been very lengthy. In that case, you have to type so much. That's the reason the time element is dropped. You can add any time element over here by next month or by next week, anything. I've just given you this because I want these answers to know how we are framing these structures. Yes, David Krishna, your answer is correct. By 10 p.m., I will have eaten my dinner. Siti, your answer is correct. I will have got a knowledge on tenses. Okay, correct. Vinayak, I can't get your sentence. Where have you written? Can you please rewrite your sentence? By 2045, hey Bhagwan. No, this sentence is not accepted. I told you do not write anything negative in the chat box, please. No dying, killing, running away, or I don't want to hear all these negative words. I myself am a very positive person and I keep myself away from negative things, negative people, negative talks. I am a positive person means I'm positive about life. Because now if you say I'm a positive person, then people start thinking about the virus. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Datta. Welcome to the platform. Vinayak, I will have not worked for 10 years. The negative, yes, done, correct. By 2070, I will have got, my God, Pushpak, by 2070, if you understand tenses, so you can understand my capability as a teacher. So a student is taking 50 years to learn tenses. So you are actually putting me in an embarrassed situation. I will have not worked here for 10 years. Yes, Siti, correct. I will have not worked here for 10 years. Move on to the next one. Next one. Acha, yes. Nikhil has sent the right all the answers. I won't have worked here for 10 years. Have I worked? Nikhil, let me tell you, your second answer is not correct. See, Nikhil, you have missed, you have not, you are not following the structure. Okay, let me read Amrita's answers. I will not have worked here for 10 years. Will you have worked here for 10 years? How long will you have worked here? Very good, Amrita. A big round of applause for you. You are excellent. Sanvi Sahu. Acha, before that, we have Madhyan. I will have not worked here. Will I work? No, Adhyan, you are not following this rule. You're not following the rule. By next week, I will not have worked here for 10 years. Jyoti, answer is correct. Sanvi Sahu, I will not have worked here for 10 years. Will you have worked here for 10 years? For how long will you have worked here? How long will you have worked here? For how long? Okay, correct. Okay. Divyanshu, one answer is missing. By next year, I won't have worked here. Will you have worked here? Okay, fine. I'll write down the answers because it's getting hodgepodge. So many messages coming up. I will not have worked here for whatever. I'm not writing so much. Now see, the purpose is this not should be in between will and have. Not should be between will and have. Coming to this part, it's very simple. Bring this will to the front. Started with this. Remember, yes, no questions, they always start with the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs. I'll come to your answers. Will, now, as we have discussed in the earlier classes, I don't talk to myself. So what will I say? Will you have worked here for 10 years? Will you have worked here for 10 years? This one. For 10 years is underlined, that means we're talking about the duration. So you can write down how long have, sorry. How long will you have worked here? Question mark. How long? I hope you know what is how long, how far, how much, how many, how far, and we'll do one thing. We'll have a quick discussion on that also. Okay, Dikshita, I saw you now. For how long will you have worked here? Will you have worked here? How long you? No, Ayush, check your answers. Yes, will you have? Shrilagna, your answers are correct. See, I have been taking all the tenses one by one. Now, what I'll do is, somebody has joined Adhikari Sahu. Anyway, Adhikari Sahu, welcome to the platform. Um, See, we have been doing tenses one by one. One class, one part of the tense. One day I'll take a quick round of exercises on tenses from anywhere. And at that time, let me see how good and how fast you are in getting the answers. Yes, Jyoti, your answers are correct. Pushpa, where are your answers? I'm not getting it. Where's your answer, Pushpa? I didn't get yours. Where on top you have written, you are writing now. Read mine. See, everywhere you have written read mine, but I'm not getting your answers. Can you please forward it to me again? Just forward it to me again. I am not getting it. Now tell me, what's the difference between she will leave at 8 and she will have left by 8? She will leave at 8 and she will have left by 8. What's the difference? She will leave at 8 and she will have left by 8. What's the difference between them? She will leave at 8 means she will, what is, can you please elaborate a bit, Anisha? No, I don't want the structure. I know this is in simple future and this is in future perfect. That I know, but I want to know the meaning and the difference. What is the difference in the meaning of both the sentences? Okay, she will have left by 8 means she has left. Leave. Have I written anything wrong, Rajesh, Amrita? She will leave means at that particular age she will leave. Okay. And then what's the meaning of this? But she will have left by 8 means she will have left before 8. To the point answer, Amrita. Very good. I'll come to it. I'll explain it. But your answer is absolutely correct. She will have left by 8 means she has left. Okay. Means that she will leave, but means she would already left. Okay. अच्छा, ये बड़ा अच्छा तरीका है आंसर भेजने का. अगर आप एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाते हो इंग्लिश में तो उसको हिंदी में लिख के भेज दो. अर्चिता बेहरा हैज डन दैट. वो 8 बजे जाएगी, बाय 8 वो जा चुकी होगी. Okay, anyway, it's correct. I'll come to it. Ma'am, first sentence deals with future and we are not sure, and in second we are sure. In the first we are not sure. And are you sure that she's not sure? At this time she has left. Ma'am, when we use have, we use V3, and when we use only will, we use V1. Yes, Sthiti, that's correct. After have, we never use V1. क्या कभी ऐसा सेंटेंस सुना है? I will have go? नहीं. तो हैव और हैज जब रहता है तो उसके बाद V3 ही आता है। अगर टेंस की बात करें तो हैव और हैज के बाद V3 ही आता है। हैव हैज के बाद अगर हम V3 ऐड करते हैं तो वो परफेक्ट टेंस हो जाता है, और इस सेंटेंस में भी ये परफेक्ट टेंस ही है, सिर्फ आगे एक विल लग रहा है तो इसीलिए इसको फ्यूचर परफेक्ट कहते हैं, राइट। इन पास्ट परफेक्ट व्हाट हैपेंस, हैड के बाद V3, तो यही है V3। मेनी स्टूडेंट्स दे थिंक कि प्रेजेंट है पास्ट है, ये V3 का काम क्या है? V3 का काम है परफेक्ट टेंस बनाना और passive structure बनाना। In passive structure also we need this V3 which we call V3. The actual name of this is past participle. Past participle, have के बाद past participle ही लगता है, and will के बाद V1 जिसका the correct name for it is root word base word. She will leaves. अरे why leaves? अच्छा, first sentence confident, second sentence not confident. Okay, let me come to it. See, she will leave at 8. When I frame a sentence like this, now remember one thing, I have never taken a class on preposition, but the way I find students making so many mistakes in use of preposition, I think preposition is also an important topic to be discussed. Remember, जब भी at use होता है कोई भी time से पहले, if I say at 8 means sharp at 8 she will leave. Now, when I tell you that join your class at 2:30, when I say 2:30, at 2:30, it doesn't mean 2:31. When I use the word at means sharp. So that is what this role of at is. She will leave at 8. Exactly 8 o'clock में वो घर से निकलेगी. That means 7:55 में where will she be? She will be at home. Am I clear? So 7:59 she will be at home. She will leave home at 8. Okay? Now here she will have left. She will have left by 8. Here she will have left by 8. That means she might have left at 7:55, or she might have left at 7:50, or maybe at 7:59. But 8 o'clock, the bracket of 8 o'clock, इस बीच के जो टाइम है, by that time she will have left. So if you go to her home after 8 o'clock, she will not be at home because she will have left by 8. So no particular timing or exact timing has been mentioned. By 8. So she can leave any time before 8. The meaning is that. And yes, this is in simple future. This is in future perfect. Am I clear, all of you? Give me a thumbs up if I'm clear. Yes, Manvi, you're right. See, when I frame a sentence like this, I will have finished correcting the copies before Monday. That means I can finish it Sunday night, or I can finish it on Sunday afternoon. But oops, messages getting in. Yeah, but by Monday I will have finished. So when you are giving a bracket, like time का एक bracket रहता है, there we use future perfect tense, not a particular time. Yes, Manvi, yes. Okay, so it's all this much in future perfect. There is nothing much to discuss about this. All you need to know is the meaning of the structure and the structure itself. Will plus have plus V3. That's it. इसमें time element क्या use होता है? The time elements that we use is by the time, by next year, by Monday, by March, by the end of this year, by 2030. So all these time elements are used. Can you tell little more elaborate? What do you want me to elaborate, Pushpa, that you write down? Okay. Now, before I come to the end of the session, let me tell you that we are all meeting on 14th November again, but 14th November is not our regular meeting day. We meet regularly on Sunday, but this 14th, that is Children's Day. So we are meeting on that day. It will be a special session where the names of the participants will be read out, as well as the best performers' names will be read out, as well as you have a surprise on that day. So, as it's a surprise, I will not disclose it, but yes, you will soon come to know what it is. Right. So, I hope to see you all again in the next live session, that's on 14th Children's Day. We will not only celebrate Children's Day, but we will be also celebrating, we'll have a pre-Diwali session that day. Right. We'll have a pre-Diwali session on that day. And as I always say, it's not a suspense. Are Pushpak, what are you writing this part? Write in full sentence so that I understand. This part means if you're talking about tenses, tenses are taken up on Sundays. So only one more structure is left, that is future perfect continuous. That would hardly take 15 minutes or 30 minutes to get over. So we'll keep it on next Sunday. But Saturday, that will be a separate session for Children's Day. I'll be giving feedback on your videos. I'll be reading out the names. The best one, this part, the best performer's name will be said, and you have a surprise which will be very soon revealed, because I generally put up whatever I do in the class. So I want all of you, I want to see you all on 14th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Okay, so all schools closed till 31st December. So we are having human race is seeing this for the first time. All of us at home, taking up online sessions. So anyway, we should be happy that we are all healthy and hearty at home. So keep praying for those who are still suffering, the families who are suffering, because it's really very disheartening to see people suffering around us. We are glad, we are blessed that we are all healthy, hearty, and we are connecting each other virtually every week. Okay, so with this, I'll end the class here. We will again meet on 14th at 3 o'clock. Bye-bye. Bye all of you, and good night. Okay. Happy Deepavali, Archita. We will exchange that Deepavali greetings on 14th. Yes, Archita, फिर मिलेंगे. Bye, Virisha. Bye, Manvi. Bye, all of you. Good night. Take care. Stay home. Stay healthy. Remain happy. And yes, don't forget to shoot the video and send me by 12th of November. Bye, all of you.